When I was 24, I was arrested on my first drug possession charge. When I was 25, I was arrested for my first OWI. Twice more by the age of 29, and yet again before I reached 40. Now you may be asking yourself, the heck is this guy's problem? Hasn't he learned his lesson? Sentencing me to jail obviously didn't stop my repetitive addictive behavior because I wasn't suffering from a moral failing, bad genes, or a troubled past, but rather from a chronic illness called substance use disorder. According to the American Society of Addiction Medicine's website, people with addiction use substances or engage in behaviors that become compulsive despite the harmful consequences. The website goes on to say that treating those with addiction has the same success rate as those with other chronic diseases. Those struggling with addiction need treatment, not punishment. It wasn't jail time or increased punishment that led me to recovery. It was checking myself into a residential treatment center that allowed me to get the help I needed. And this has given me the ability to lead a happy, healthy, and successful life in recovery. Tonight, I would like to discuss with you why decriminalizing drug possession will help lower crime rates, significantly reduce the cost for taxpayers, and save thousands of lives. Now, it may sound counterintuitive that lowering crime rates would have a direct impact from the decriminalization of drug possession. But according to an article published in 2017 from Loyola of Los Angeles International and Comparative Law Review, Portugal has seen a significant decrease in crime related to drug offenses after decriminalization of drug possession. The country has also seen a reduction as low as 60% for assaults, 30% for robberies, and even 10% for thefts. If our city could start implementing even half of these decriminalization policies that other countries have done, like Portugal, we could not only make our town safer for our citizens, but we could pave the way for other cities to follow suit. Portugal's success is contributed to a combination of taking a health-oriented approach by increasing access to treatment centers and allowing those with addiction to get the help they need, rather than punishing those that have this illness. An essay published by Greenhaven Press in 2003 states that putting those with substance use issues in jail does not reduce drug use, and jailing these individuals ruins their life and does unrepairable damage to family and communities. Criminalizing drug possession not only hurts the ones we love, but it is detrimental to our community, and by decriminalizing our drug possession here, we can help reduce government and taxpayer spending. An article published by Journal of Public Enterprise in 2011 reports that the federal budget for drug control continues to rise throughout time. Now keep in mind I said drug control, not addiction treatment. We have a saying around the recovery community that the definition of insanity is repeating the same thing over and over and expecting different results. Isn't that what our government is doing by continuing to jail low-level drug offenders? Creating a perpetuating loop that forces them back into the court system. The same article reports that states on average are spending $30 billion per year trying to fight the losing battle with the war on drugs. The article references a statement from former President Bush, and he said that we are winning the war on drugs. Yet individuals from law enforcement and other within our communities do not seem to be convinced. Are you? We have the opportunity to not only cut budget spending on the war on drugs, but reinvest that money into treatment centers, harm reduction, and outpatient services in order to take a more proactive approach. Now, cost reduction is just one of the benefits of treating those with substance use disorder. But what about the fact that we could help save thousands of lives? By implementing harm reduction services and more availability to treatment services for addiction, we can help reduce the amount of overdose deaths. An article published by Alcoholism and Drug Abuse Weekly in 2020 reported that those that received medically assisted treatment for harm reduction services had an 80% lower risk of fatality compared to those that received treatment without such services. We need to start putting our money and effort into treating addiction and lowering death rates rather than criminalizing those that need our help. I've seen firsthand over a dozen overdose deaths in the last year. And as I was literally writing and preparing for this speech, a friend and coworker overdosed just last week. criminalizing those that have this chronic illness. It's not only socially irresponsible, but it does irreversible damage to the individual, to their families, and to our communities. So what side of the fight do you want to be on? We know that decriminalization in other countries has helped crime rates drastically decrease, lowered taxpayer and government spending, and shown a significant reduction of overdose deaths. And it wasn't until I checked myself into a residential treatment program that I was able to take back my life. I've been free from drugs and alcohol ever since. And today, I'm gainfully employed. I pay my taxes, I vote, I give back to the community, and I help others with substance use disorder. A combination of a well-funded program and a caring staff helped me realize just how much I was missing out of life and how much life I had yet to give. And by having the right systems in place, we can stop being reactive and start being proactive. We have the ability to catch someone before they fall and lift them up. And tonight, I'm asking you to consider decriminalizing all drug possession charges in our city so that others may have the same fighting chance that I was given. Investing our time, money, and energy into treating addiction rather than implementing punishment, it's not only the choice that makes sense, but it's the humane choice to make.